listen, this paperwork I got, y'all finna get mad, but don't get mad at me though. Get mad at the person that did too much. I got that autograph statement and everything.
What up, y'all? It's Coffee, back with the news, man. And 1090 Jake ain't stopping, right? It's so crazy. Before we continue on, as you hear him talking about, he gotta expose someone, another snitch, cooperator, rat. I don't know, man. I ain't a gangster, right? I just sit back and watch all this wild ish go on in the blogosphere, and it's wild. Like I said, before we continue on, we just gotta take a moment and say, damn, they really tried to fluck over 1090's name on some straight fluckery-ish, right? As you see, he ain't slowing down. He got a major situation coming. I'm sure he's probably in the cut somewhere right now, putting in work, editing a video, as more paperwork. Don't get mad at him. Don't get mad at the messenger. Looks like he was just in Florida. You see him tapped in with a bunch of bloods, banging in Disneyland. As you see, he took to the gram and said, us, never them. As I guess they threw him in the water at the pool party. That's wild, man. Did I believe his first live stream on his YouTube platform with that 500 video? As you know, 1090 got that tatted on his hairline or whatever. It's a symbolic number for him. He's pushing on, trying to get to that 1 million subscribers. I'm sure it's going to come sooner rather than later. But it's just wild. Not that long ago, they tried to fuck 1090's name over on some straight fugazi-ish. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, again, I'm no gangster. I just sit back and watch the content like a lot of y'all out there as well. And yo, it's just so crazy the way that unspoken crime guy did, as 1090 exposed Boston Richie's interrogation video. Not the first cat that 1090 pulled an interrogation video on. And then, you know, they tried to play semantics with 1090, what the definition was snitching was or is, and this, that, and the third in these debates, just like fast talking like lawyers, you know. It was wild. And then when that really didn't seem to work, they pulled up some ish on 1090 Jake, and it turned out to be fake. We got to stop and just point that out for a moment, because again, not that I'm no G and what I say matters, but it almost had me. Like, comment if it fooled you as well, because the way that that individual did it, who I guess just turned out to be a Boston Richie super fan, was he pulled up like a real flucked off type situation, but then put a fake page on the end of it, making look like 1090 got some individuals hemmed up and got the cuffs thrown on him, and it wasn't real. It was like crazy the lengths motherfuckers was going to try to make his name look like it had a stain or a tarnish on it, when at the end of the day, it didn't. 1090 still moving on, doing him. Like, I don't know, it was just all wild to me. I just wanted to point that out, that the lengths that motherfuckers was going to in the way that dude went about doing it was crazy. But anyways, getting back to the lecture at hand here, it seems 1090 was tapped in with a bunch of cats down in Florida, went to a Millie's concert, just doing him, living his best life. And you see, he took the social network to ask the fans what they wanted to see, right? You know, him break down what situation, as he just cleared up the Rollo situation recently. And he was like, yo, there's some alleged killer, was it a convicted killer, I don't know, in Philly, who escaped from a prison. Do y'all want to hear about that? Or do y'all want to hear about this paperwork from a heavyweight in the hip-hop industry? And it seems to me he's talking about Quality Control Music, CEOP, right? Like that's who he's mentioning in that poll. And then you see he came out and addressed the people and said, don't be mad at me, don't shoot the messenger, here comes this paperwork. And as you can see, it's already going on around the blogosphere that allegedly, reportedly, or I don't know, not really, it seems to be in black and white, that at some point in time before CEOP, again, a Quality Control Music, who is been behind the Migos. Who else? Who else on QC? Lil Baby. Just a lot of big hip hop acts who've been doing big things in the recent years in the hip hop world. And apparently, it's seeming like P told involving a situation in a shooting. I don't got the specifics, but that's what it's looking like someone shot at him or shot his friend or something like that. And I don't know. It seems like 1090 is going to be taken to the blogosphere to break all this down as he addressed everyone and let this be known on the gram. Like, it's wild, man. Like, think about it. Everything that this dude's done with his career, from the prison stories to getting into the crime news to exposing rappers for telling, to having the whole game get mad at him and try to create all these fake fugazi stunts and stuff like that to ish on the man's name. And here he is here still doing what he does, breaking down paperwork for what it is. And what do y'all think? Could things get tricky for 1090 Jake as, he seems to be about to break down the situation with P? I see some people saying, yo, let's see how WACK100 spins this, right? Because we know WACK is tapped in with P. You think WACK might try to get at 1090 Jake or pull some stunts. Like he went through this other ish just with Boston Richie, a relatively newcomer in the rap game, right? Well, what about the CEOP dude? The individuals he's tied into in the rap game. Some people are mentioning WACK100. We know WACK100 definitely ain't it ain't out of the question for him to resort to some fluckery or some game plan or whatever. I don't know, man, but it seems 1090 Jake ain't stopping. He's continuing on exposing motherfuckers and all that. What do y'all think about it? I see some cats commenting too all over social network about 1090 traveling around and seemingly chilling with a lot of gang members. I don't know. Like, some cats are saying, man, 1090 going to fuck around and get himself caught up in a Rico or whatever. And I remember back when he did that No Jumper interview, he spoke about blood, his ties to the organization and stuff like that. And a lot of cats was like, yo, I can't believe 1090 being the guy that breaks down paperwork would speak on that. Like, why is he doing all that? He should know better. What do y'all think, man? Like, if you guys recall, 1090 broke down some paperwork where he was mentioned in one of those cases he was covering, and they were trying to say he was like a financier for the organization and all kinds of ish. I don't know, man, but jump in the comments and let me know what you guys think about all this. Like, it's been a wild ride for 1090, and here he is right on the verge of hitting the 1 million subscriber count. Motherfuckers tried to ish on his name. It didn't work. He's not backing down. He's continuing on. It could have get more tricky for him. What do you think about it all? Jump in the comments and let me know.
Use a taxi robber, stole 100 US for 7 years inside. Nigga, use a taxi robber, outside of you, trying to give me high five. I know you like to protest, but don't come at me, bro. Beat your ass like that white boy.
Speaking of WACK100, y'all heard that clip there. You got to pay attention to who WACK100 aligns himself with, right? Like we were just talking about, we know he has ties to CEOP. See how that plays out with this whole 1090 thing and all that. But here, that was a clip of a Troy Ave diss where he's getting at Mysonne. You see, he's calling him mice like a mouse. And he's clowning him. WACK100 is reposting this. He was reposting some ish the other day where motherfuckers was dissing Mysonne. I think it was Troy Ave as well, about how he went to prison for, robbing cab drivers. And, it was wild. I remember way back, or like late 90s. I was going to say early to mid, like late 90s. Mysonne was on the Violator compilation album. Y'all remember that joint that had Q-Tip, Vibrant thing on there? Remember they had the remix, It's a Vibrant and everything, and it was Mysonne with the Black Palm and all that. And right when he was about to blow, he got convicted of these cab driver robberies where he took it to trial and blew trial. And he spoke about it a lot on, a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. Brilliant Idiots, some different podcasts, how he still to this day says he did not do those robberies. He got, caught up on some BS. It ain't what happened. And I don't know. I wonder if Mysonne is like, damn, I could have copped out and took a plea. I don't know. Who knows if they offered him probation or something. But I mean, at the end of the day, if he ain't do it, he didn't do it. But who knows? Like, maybe his career would have turned out different. But that's besides the point, I guess. Now you see Troy Ave's getting at him. Troy Ave caught up in all kinds of ish. So much beef going on in the blogosphere, but he's clowning Mysonne, and what's he calling him, a fake protester or something like that? Like, what do y'all think about that? So many artists, and again, we got WACK100 co-signing all this, but so many artists I've seen diss Mysonne and clown him for the activism work and stuff like that he does, calling him fake. Like, Academics has got at him like that before, and it's like, I just don't understand. He's trying to speak to other individuals and speak to them about what prison's like, and getting their mind off all that violence and being more positive and productive, and motherfuckers clown him for it. What do y'all think, man? Like, why is everyone always calling him a fake ass activist? I just don't get it. But jump in and comment and let me know what you think about this. Troy Ave dissing Mysonne, WACK100 co-signing it. Him going to prison right when it looked like his life was about to change. He was gonna blow up in the hip hop world. And if you fuck with Mysonne, like, dude's got bars. He's got some freestyles. Was it with Flex? Ooh, he spit some other ish on there, man. I remember he said something like, "Look at me in the eyes. The average dude will look away." And when he first came home too, he was rocking with the game for a while. Black Wall Street, Money Gang, Blood Money, whatever gang was calling his clique from time to time. For a little while, Mysonne was plucking with him. And on that Red Room mixtape, he had a banger that went hard called Revolver or the Semi. It was to the Beamer, Benz, or Bentley beat. Yo, Mysonne went off on that one.
Nigga, pussy ass nigga. You see me announce my album, nigga, and the next day you announced your album. So get what? You lame, nigga. Fuck my scary ass nigga. All this, I do that shit y'all own time, nigga. When y'all see a real gangster dropping, nigga, get the fuck away, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all niggas, boy. Lil Durk, boy, you scary as fuck. If you gonna fight, young boy, go on fight him, nigga. Scary ass nigga. Fuck on you, boy. I know you see me announce my album, nigga. You ain't say nothing about no fuck album, nigga. Lame ass nigga. Then the next day you gonna hop on here talking about you almost here. Man, you almost lame, nigga. Fuck you. Is y'all niggas gonna scrap or what y'all gonna do? Other than that, all this back and forth sneak this and shit, boy, gone with that shit, boy. Y'all niggas paint y'all nails, doing all type of weird shit, man. Stop playing with me, nigga. Make Twitch scrap. Y'all would have been fault, nigga. Cut it out, nigga. Pussy ass nigga. You see me announce my Lil Durk, you lame as hell, nigga. YB, you scary as hell, nigga. Both of y'all niggas scary. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Lil Durk, you lame as hell, nigga.
And then we got some more beef and Flukery to close it out, man. Yesterday, you saw Academics and NBA Youngboy going at it back and forth. Academics telling NBA Youngboy, yo, you're dissing me to try to sell records because you're dropping music. NBA Youngboy's like, yo, cut it out, Act, fuck you, I ain't worried about numbers. And as I pointed out, Act says that ish a lot to a lot of rappers, right? And with a lot of rappers, it is true in a sense that if they name drop Act, they can gain some momentum off Act's name. But NBA Youngboy just puts up crazy numbers already, and Lil Durk was tied into all this. But let me know what you guys think about all that, right? But then here now we got Soulja Boy jumping in the mix and telling like NBA Youngboy and Durk, look, both y'all, you guys are pulling this ish because like you want to drop music when I'm dropping music to to leech off of my momentum. And it's like, yo, Soldier Boy is the king of the internet, fluckery and drama. Dude definitely was an innovator with the internet wave, but over the years he's resorted to just a lot of drama and BS. When you really get down to breaking it all down, a lot of times Soldier Boy just goes off on these rants, and I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. But y'all let me know what you guys think. That's gonna do it for this one. Tap in, hit the comments. 1090 Jake pushing on. They tried to dirt his name, it didn't work. Now he's exposing some heavyweight of the rap industry. Could things get tricky for him? Troy Ave dissing Mysonne with WACK100 cosign, and Soldier Boy jumping in all this academics, NBA young boy, Lil Durk mess. I don't know. Comment. Let's talk about it all. Thanks for tuning in. It's Coffee, and I'm gone. Peace, y'all.